Today I am talking about fasting. It's been practiced for a long time, and if you were going to do a water fast or some long-term fast, then it should be done under medical supervision. But intermittent fasting refers to a dietary pattern where you alternate not eating with eating normally. So fasting will not make up for terrible dietary patterns, and it is also something you would need to practice regularly. So one time is not going to make a huge difference. It would need to be every month or every 3 months. It should be something that you would do as a regular part of your life, but not every day. So some studies have shown that it may boost metabolism and reduce the risk of certain diseases, and maybe improve longevity because it could repair damage and fight disease. So what is intermittent fasting? There's a number of methods to intermittent fasting. The 16 and 8 is very popular. So you eat within an 8-hour period each day and don't eat for 16 hours. When you're not eating, you can drink water or non-alcoholic beverages as long as they don't contain calories. So coffee, herbal tea, sparkling water are all fine to consume during that 16 hours. The 5 and 2 method of fasting is where you would eat normally for 5 days, and then for 2 days you restrict your calories. Women would generally eat 500 calories on those 2 days, and men would eat about 600 calories on those 2 days. There's the stop, eat, stop method where you do one 24-hour fast each week. So for example, you wouldn't eat from lunch to lunch the next day. And then the alternate day fasting, which involves eating normally one day and then eating a low, like 500 calories the next day. So 4 types of intermittent fasting, and none of these call for more than 2 days of fasting per week, and most allow calories on every single day, just a reduced amount. If you stick to one of these options, there's no wrong approach, but you may want to consider some other factors, including if you have type 2 diabetes, that could make intermittent fasting more dangerous for you, and I wouldn't recommend it without telling your doctor and having a doctor's supervised program. If you are training for an event or you are regularly active, then not eating for an entire day would not be a good idea to do at the same time as exercise. But if you are going to eat less on your rest days, then that may be something that you could incorporate into your day. If you eat a very healthy, whole foods, plant-based diet and limit salt, oil, sugar, then the benefits of intermittent fasting may be reduced for you. But if you eat more vegan meals or don't limit oils, salt, and sugar, then you will see more benefit from doing some type of intermittent fasting. And it's simple. So that's one of the benefits. You eat less often. That's all you have to do. And it's effective. It can be effective to reduce your risk of disease. It can be effective to reduce your intake of calories, and it definitely is effective if you're trying to reduce sugary, high-fat snacks, because you're going to eat less. But like I said, intermittent fasting does not make up for poor eating during the rest of your normal meals. Some studies have shown that intermittent fasting improves mood and focus. It may help you lose abdominal fat and preserve muscle. and it could help you reduce your risk of disease and live longer, because calorie restriction, we know, increases lifespan. But you don't want to be hungry and miserable just for the long-term benefit. So intermittent fasting can have some benefit. It will not make up for a poor diet. It does have similar health effects to eating a very low calorie, high nutrient dense, whole food plant-based diet. So that means no processed foods, no added sugar, no added oil. It may help you jumpstart your weight loss if you're interested in losing weight. And it can help you think about what you're eating and not eating. So it definitely gives you time to focus. If you're an all or nothing type of person who finds moderation kind of challenging, then intermittent fasting may be good for you. It makes meal planning much simpler because you just plan to not eat, but you need to proceed with caution. It is not for everyone. Definitely, as I said, it's not for you if you're training for an event, if you're training every day, a long distance, if you have type 2 diabetes, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, if you get really hangry when you don't eat, then probably it's not a good idea. But there are some benefits. I've tried a few methods, and one of the easiest is definitely the 16 and 8. So you don't eat for 16 hours. So what I do on those days is I try to be done dinner by 7 p.m. And then when I get up in the morning, I have my regular coffee, I do my workout, and then I eat breakfast at 10, and then I have a snack in the middle of the day, and then have a dinner. So really eliminating midday meals, still having a healthy breakfast and having a healthy dinner that are whole food, plant-based, lots of vegetables, and no extra calories, just extending that period of time. So trying to eat either between 11 and 7 or 10 and 6, and just a couple of days per week and not on consecutive days. It makes it pretty simple. It just means that you eat breakfast a little bit later one day, and you should really be eating your biggest meal first thing in the morning, regardless of if you're doing intermittent fasting or not, and then gradually eating less during the later part of the day. So intermittent fasting does have some benefits. It is not for everyone, and it does seem to give you the same benefits as eating a very strict whole food plant-based diet. So if you want to try it, that's up to you, but it does not make up for poor dietary habits the rest of the time, and it is not the answer to everything.